Bruce Springsteen has offered a candid reassessment of his wildly successful 1984 record Born in the USA, admitting that it was not the album he initially set out to make. Speaking in a June 19 interview with Rolling Stone ahead of the June 27 release of his expansive 7-disc compilation Tracks U, The Lost Albums, Springsteen, now 75, described the album as the record I made, not necessarily the record that I was interested in making. Springsteen explained that Born in the USA evolved partly because he had recorded an entire batch of songs following the stripped-down, acoustic tone of Nebraska, 1982, but struggled with the direction as sessions progressed. At the time, I wasn't sure where I was going with Born in the USA, he admitted. I had half the record, but I didn't have the other half. It was just a record that happened in between those two records. In the album's liner notes, he was even more direct. It was a record I put out. It became the record I made, not necessarily the record that I was interested in making. Springsteen said he originally aimed to carry forward the dark, minimalist storytelling of Nebraska, intending for tracks like My Hometown and Born in the USA to serve as conceptual anchors. The songs that filled the middle, however, were simply what he had at the time. Pop-tinged rock songs that became characteristically 1980s. From conception to execution, it was not necessarily the record that I had planned on, but that's the way creativity works. Despite his reservations, Born in the USA became a cultural and commercial juggernaut, producing 7 top 10 singles, including Dancing in the Dark and the title track, and selling more than 30 million copies worldwide. The stark contrast between dark lyrical themes, such as the disillusionment of Vietnam veterans, and upbeat musical production sparked long-standing debates, especially when political figures misused the title track as a patriotic anthem. Springsteen underscored that while the themes from Nebraska still resonate, veiled in songs like Downbound Train, the overall tone didn't reflect his original creative intention. I suppose maybe I was looking for something darker, he acknowledged. His introversion on Born in the USA now aligns with the upcoming release of Tracks U, which features unreleased music from sessions ranging from 1983 to 2018, including material recorded in the Nebraska era. Springsteen said these lost albums represent distinct phases of his artistic evolution, some blending elements of the intimacy he once chased, others showing paths he never fully explored in public. Fans of Nebraska may particularly appreciate this archival dive. The album's legacy is underscored by an upcoming biopic, Springsteen, Deliver Me from Nowhere, set for an October 24 release, which focuses on the Nebraska sessions and stars Jeremy Allen White as the young boss. Springsteen's reflections highlight the tension between creative desire and commercial success. Although Born in the USA became his biggest hit and remains an enduring part of American musical culture, it wasn't the dark, cohesive artistic statement he originally envisioned, and he's not afraid to admit it. More than 40 years later, Springsteen's comments open a window into the unpredictable nature of artistry. Aiming for a bleak, intimate folk rock album, he instead delivered arena-sized anthems. But even as he acknowledges what it wasn't, the record still became something else, a defining snapshot of 1980s American rock, contradictions and all.